Hello, my darlings. Hope you are having a wonderful evening and are joining me with the most love in your heart. And even if you don't have a whole lot going on right now, it's okay, because there's a lot here. Hi! So, let's get to this, because I really wanted to invite y'all to a new moon ritual, and although I've been inviting y'all to these rituals for some time, I really felt like they kind of needed to get set up first and really understand what these rituals were going to be all about and how the flow would go. And now I feel like we have something really good going on, and I would love to share that with you. So essentially what the new moon ritual gatherings that I host on Zoom, which is a conference call app, so like we can all see each other and do a video call all together. What we do is we start off by breathing together and tuning into the energies of this new moon, then setting intentions, which is great for the new moon, is just kind of like clearing and starting something new. Hi, how's it going, babe? I loved your picture, by the way. I can't remember what you were anymore, but I was like, she looks cute. The Halloween costume picture. Anyway, so we start off with breathing, and we set intentions together based on the card reading, the cards that are pulled for all of us. And then we talk about what that ritual could potentially look like. So I was going and getting a bunch of dark stones because it's funny, I only wanted one light on again. Scorpio season, new moon in Scorpio. I asked for all of those in the coven to join me with the darkest stones you have, so either obsidian or tourmaline if you have it. But I also have a couple of other dark stones that have other colors, like I think this is charoite, and this is, I forget, I would have to look it up again, but it has almost these fossil-like inclusions. You'll have to excuse my painty fingers because I was working on the trailer today and we actually finished the floors, so yay! I have snowflake obsidian, which I think is very Scorpio season. And then I also have, I think it's like a black moonstone, because you can't really see it, but it's got some stripes in it. And then if you hold it up to the light, you can really see some different layers in there. So this is part of the ritual connection that we make every month to the new moon via these gatherings in the Vibrant Coven. And every single month, I send out a list of supplies that you can either bring or just make sure that you have once you do the ritual for yourself. If you don't want to do it exactly the night of the new moon that we have it, if you want to kind of do it the next night and have your own energy and build your own thing into it, 100%, I am supportive of every and all of the things that feel the best for you and all of the babes in my coven. So we are going to do a little bit of the same, and what we're going to do is we are going to start by taking couple of deep breaths together. And even if you are watching this, even if you are watching this in the replay, I still want you to take a few breaths because it can really ground you and center you if you are preparing to learn something or if you're preparing to engage with and play with uncomfortable growth. So let's just take a few breaths together and then we'll begin. So exhale all of your old air. Relax your shoulders. Then inhale deeply and hold it. 2, 3, 4, and exhale. And really exhale fully into your gut, reaching your belly button back toward your spine. Exhale, then inhale. Expanding your gut and your chest. And hold it. Inhale a little more. Hold it. Then exhale. All the way. Exhale all the way. And this last one, we're going to inhale deeply behind your heart. And hold it. 2, 3, 4. And with a smile, exhale. Relax your shoulders. So doing those 3 breaths together allows us to come together and to center ourselves in this moment. And now that we are tuned into each other, everything that we do together, or everything that we do as a result of this energy and this space that we've created, is going to be amplified and completely magnified times the number of people that really engage with this energy. So all of the people who watch this in the replay and decide to use this for their ritual, that is going to also amplify your energy and our energy here. Because time doesn't really exist. So if we're all in it, then we are in it together. Now, the next thing that I always do, besides checking in with the crew and the coven to see what's new and to talk about any successes and celebrating any cool things, any joys that we want to share, I typically just get into a reading for this new moon energy. So that... Oh, that's the only one? Okay, that's the only one, I guess. Getting answers from the cards. Normally I do a reading so that we can focus our energies on exactly what this new moon is asking us to release and set intentions for. So, let's find out what we've got. Ooh! I love it. We've got the Sage of Wands, who is the seer. And the seer can see in a lot of different ways, because the sage is like the wise person, the one who has taken on all of the learning throughout the years and taken on a lot of experiences and combined those experiences to actually have a great foundational understanding of what it is that this particular suit is all about. So like the Sage of Wands is the wise, experienced person who has had all of these different occasions to better understand spiritual energy. That's what wands are tied into in the tarot. And spiritual energy can come to us in a lot of different forms, and reading spiritual energy, especially as a wise person, can happen in a lot of different ways. One of these ways is by gazing into a fire and being able to conjure images from that. One way is through deep transcendental meditation. One is through connecting with nature and actually just learning from nature around you, and then picking up messages from what you are getting, from what you are seeing, and being able to understand it. Another way is writing. Writing is another great way to do that. And I love that it's like one of the supplies on the list for tonight was an inky black pen and paper. So that you take some really inky, dark, liquidy black pen to connect not only to like the dark, shadowy Scorpio energy, but also to connect to the fact that it's a water sign, and we want to bring as much of that fluidity into our ritual space as possible. We've got this calligrapher in the corner here who has this like these really big inky black characters that they're writing, and that's just another way to connect to your spiritual energy and become more attuned to exactly what it is that spirit has messages to send to you. This new moon is all about, and I love that this is a nice short one so I can just deliver it and then go and eat my pho with my friends, because I think everybody's kind of been off for this particular time. We have, in this new moon time, in this new moon energy, we have the opportunity to figure out what it is for us that, if it's been calling to you, figuring out how to get into it in a way that you want to do it consistently and you want to do it with discipline. Because that's the other thing about the sage. The sage eventually learns discipline. In our youth, we typically don't have that much because we want like the short-term rewards. We want like the immediate like yeses instead of waiting, and that's why young people are typically not as good at saving because they're not thinking about the long-term payoff just yet. The sage is the one who has dealt with all of the negative effects of aspirations being shot down by not building upon things, by just thinking that you can do a little bit here and there and you can spend everything that you have as soon as you make it, and that it's just going to keep coming back. There are a lot of dry spells that happen throughout the course of our lives, and the sage, especially with like dried up spiritual energy where sometimes we don't feel like we have the answers and we're confused, or we're not receiving guidance as easily, or some other physical or mental or emotional things are engaging your time and you just don't have time to connect spiritually, and that's why you're not receiving the messages that help guide you through all of this other shit. That's the stuff that the sage has gone through and recognizes. It's not always going to be there. And it doesn't mean that I have to abandon my faith, because as the Scorpio season card reading told us, which is also up in the Vibrant Coven already, as the Scorpio season card reading told us, we need that faith. We need to have integrity in doing the things that are a little bit more difficult now so that we can see the longevity of our goals play out over time. That is the best thing to set intentions for this new moon, for us to kind of fill our well with that energy. If we're to use like a water energy analogy, we're filling our well, we're filling our pitcher, we're filling our love container with the desire to develop spiritual discipline. And ooh, I just got a lot of goose pimples as I said that, so I know that this is a good one. And I know it's a little bit scary for me too, because I just got this like this like thrill in my body that's like, oh my God, we're really doing this. And yes, we are really doing this. So this is our message for the new moon, is developing spiritual discipline and setting intentions for that. So a great way to do that is to make sure that your crystals that you have are nice and earthy dark, and allow you to dig deep into that spiritual center that is not seen by the eye, but is seen by the eyes when they are closed. Ooh, another chill. It's all meant to help ground us. These dark, or preferably black, inky black crystals, it's all meant to ground us while we develop these disciplinary skills, and we set the intentions for infusing those rooting actions into the rest of our daily lives, where we might just be playing it day by day, but with at least one intention, with at least developing spiritual discipline, journaling more, practicing magic, whatever that looks like for you, if that looks like fire casting, or if that looks like scrying with water, or if that looks like meditating and finding out new versions of meditation rituals that you can do. Whatever becoming more spiritually disciplined looks like for you, get your crystals, set them up on your altar in the prettiest way, and really let go of anything that is trying to keep you from seeing this one thing through to the end for the long haul. Then typically, this is the part in the coven where we discuss what that means for us, where we take a few minutes to write down an actual manifestation and intention that we want to create. And we use our inky black pens to create those intentions. And then I would say, because this is a water sign new moon, I would say either attach the slip of paper to your water bottle, or whatever you drink, your drinking glass is that you drink from every day. Try and like pick one and just keep it on there and kind of keep it with you. You don't have to read it, but you just keep the energy with you. Or you take a bath and allow that to get a little bit wet with you, and then you just kind of allow those intentions to soak in. You can also do anything else that comes to mind as far as using water and setting these intentions is concerned. So if you want to do for the first 2 sips every morning, you repeat the intention that you want to create, and that way you're always developing at least discipline around the awareness of wanting to continue and create a stronger long-term spiritual goal. That's for you. If that feels good for you, then that is for you. There's no right or wrong answer as far as creating rituals is concerned, but whatever is simple and whatever connects with you the most is what you should do for you. So, I'm going to close out for the night. Normally we do a couple of grounding breaths together, but I'm going to let you take this from here, and I will see you all in the coven when you are ready next month to join me again for the new moon ritual, when you can join us on Zoom. Like I said, it's a conference call app that allows us to all be on video together, or not if you don't want to, but I highly suggest it because then we get to really see each other, feel each other, respond to each other with silent applause as we share what our goals and our intentions are. And in the Coven, throughout the entire rest of Scorpio season, which is the rest of this month, the rest of the next 30 days until November 22nd or 23rd, is when we hit the next astrological season. Until November 20-something, we are going to be in Scorpio season, and I'm going to be posting every single Monday something that is going to be a resource for you to help you tune into these energies and your version of what you need to hear and what you need to know at this time. So I've got these card reading spreads, I've got coloring pages, as well as journaling prompts at the very end of the month that give you the opportunity to go back over all of the themes that we were supposed to be regarding, and then see how'd you do. What kind of experiences did you have? What were you maybe not conscious of until these journal questions prompted you to actually think about it? That's where self-awareness comes from, is intentionally creating an awareness around what you are experiencing. And that's how we become the Sage of Wands. That's how we become the sage in any aspect of our lives. So, I hope that this has helped you. I love you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and know that whether or not you choose to join the Vibrant Coven, I still believe that you are deserving of all the love you desire. Have a beautiful night.